niggas, I'm back. Back in action on you cats. Yeah. Now I was looking at that video, the first video I did. I had to start being more camera conscious around this motherfucker. I know what it was, though. I cut the shit on and sat down, and I'm not remembering I'm on camera, so I'm doing, little regular weird shit you do when you by yourself and shit, or just in a regular setting or whatever, off camera or whatever. I was looking at my mouth and shit. I don't know what I think I had ate. That's what it was. Just ate goddamn fish sandwich and shit. So I probably was, how you eating and cleaning your teeth and shit and all that old shit. Yeah, I ain't no shit you do on camera. So I look back at that, what the fuck wrong with me? I look weird as fuck. Yeah, so ladies, y'all have to partner. I don't know, niggas. I just said it to the ladies though, because I know they like the kids. They have to, so I don't want to. I have to apologize for those little awkward moments. But anyway, we left off at Leviticus. I was speaking on Leviticus. I really. And then I was reading that little that one thing off the Reddit shit where it was saying pork just not on Sundays. That was really a joke. That they was whoever put that together. I guess that was like a joke because you weren't supposed to eat pork as a Christian or whatever. And so I guess they saying, I guess they trying to shine a light on the hypocritical nature of a lot of porky, hog-head, cheese, ham, hock eating ass niggas. Hog-head, cheese, ham, hock, hypocritical ass niggas. By saying, well, we eat pork every day, but on Sunday, on the Lord's Day, we ain't gonna fuck with the pork, but we'll eat the other. Whatever, that's what it seemed like. But I don't know what the fuck I was talking about earlier. I was kind of like, this winter, man. I'm more of that's why I'm a summer type of guy. I like shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. Once Christmas over, shit, they can do what they want with winter. Shit, I like when that hat gave me a new. I had to switch it up because I got to go to H now. I have to put the H on there for Miss Haughton. I have to put that on for baby. And this hat right here. Now this is a reason to like winter. And these shits work. These shits work. Put it like that. They keep a nigga warm. But yeah. I love this hat, man. I wish I would have got one of these motherfuckers earlier. These was bad motherfuckers, man. Oh, it's a bad motherfucker, boy. Get out the way. Goddamn lumberjack. Alright, niggas. So, now, before we get back into it, I want to share one more thing with y'all. Boy, I got a magical ass life. Go through shit, but I ain't gonna lie, boy. Listen. Get on you niggas ass Mr. Rogers style. Yeah, these the new ones right here. I told myself I wouldn't wear this no more until I found a fly pair of kicks to match it. I was able to afford a fly pair of kicks to match it. And I finally found it. I wanted to get another pair of the bronze. But I might try to get online and find them whenever I can afford them again around this motherfucker. But fool. Bad motherfuckers though. I like these bad boys though. Backwards? Oh, that's wild. Give me 1 second. Oh no. I'm keeping on. I'm doing Mr. Rogers style. Oh shit. Alright. Bam. There we go. That'll do it. Put my socks on, right? My magical socks. Oh yeah. As you can see, I'm very, very invested in color coordination. Because my kicks and my shirt have to coordinate. Alright. I'm gonna give it another hat too. Match the gear. But this will do for now. Plus it's fitting for the occasion. Yeah, these some bad boys though, man. My first pair of Adidas. Nice jumps, man. Now, let me see if I can, make these last. Shit. Damn it, man. As opposed to my other ones. See if I can keep myself in or get myself in a position of where I can wear these babies once every so often. I might give them another pair though to just wear so I can wear a little bit more. I don't have to worry about keeping these, only wearing these on certain, I don't have to worry about wearing, I have me one pair I can just keep for showing the stash. And then keep me one where I can wear, not as regular as I would wear a pair of any other shoe, but you know what the fuck I'm saying. I hope. Anyway. But now what I'm saying is, you know, like if I just had these right here, I wouldn't wear these as much just to keep the wear and tear off of them. But I might give me another pair just to wear a little bit, just a little. Even those I wouldn't wear as much. Just keep a little bit of wear and tear off of these and keep these for like special occasions. So I always had me one pair when I really want to feel real jiggy. I pull them boys out. Whether it be 5, 10 years later, here they'll still be pristine looking. But yeah, bad motherfuckers. Wish I could find this shirt again, but it's all good. Alright, we'll rock out like this. Get back on that. There we go. Ooh. What? It's getting kind of hectic in this bed. Yeah. It's out the way. All right, niggas. Now, let's get back to this business here. Now I'm gonna go back to Leviticus. But first, I'll give you a little. This is interesting right here. Now this is interesting. Hey man, it's a sad day for them boys that ain't them non-believers, man. I'm gonna be honest. Sad day. Because this shit just keeps. I ain't bragging. I'm just telling you. I'm just reading the report, man. Now, I'm just not even catching this. My goddamn, so this shit is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna show you something real quick. We're gonna go back to Leviticus. Well, no, let's go to Leviticus first. Fuck it, we'll just, before I get ahead of myself, let me go ahead and get that out the way. Let me see. I had my scriptures mixed up earlier. I was wondering why I didn't was wondering why never mind. That doesn't matter. I don't even just wreck my brain with that. But yeah, I just I have my. I'll probably be able to explain it once I get into this. Let me see. Wow. Well, this here, if you don't get this here, man, if you don't understand one, I am who I say I am. Let's start with one, I am who I say I am. Two, if you don't, what I'm telling you to do, based off of who I say I am. After this shit, if you, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't gonna lie, because we way past the whole, we way past convincing niggas or some shit like I said. But everybody, everybody wakes up at their own time. But some shit is just you gotta see the light with some shit, man. Straight up, shape up and ship out, man. Straight up. I'm telling you, man, when I tell you put that shit down, put that pork down, fuck drugs. They need an anti-pork campaign. All this shit, they been anti-drugs and drug-free and Dare and McGruff the crime dog and all this shit. No, you need a fucking, you niggas should have had a campaign on getting niggas off pork. Fuck the dumb shit. I'm telling you, you'll see in a minute. Let me see where it is. Goddamn Bible. Yeah, see, now the Bible, you gotta understand, you gotta be careful with the Bible. It's real tampered with. But there's a lot of truth in here, though. Don't get me wrong. You just gotta know how to, you gotta sift through it with a fine tooth comb. And have to be able to, that's why I say get that damn, get the metaphysical, this shit, just get your smith shit and you're like, you can't understand what I'm talking about, get your, when my speech, you don't understand what I'm talking about, get this shit, he'll show you what I'm talking about. Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, get the shit. The way he break shit down, he'll show you how you be looking at the scripture and taking that shit out literally, and he'll take that shit, and who is this guy? I don't know, but is it one person or probably, I figured it wouldn't be no one person. It's just it don't seem like it'd be no one author. This shit. This is I guess a compilation of different. I don't know. It's bad, motherfucker. Go get the shit, man. Straight up, get the shit. It'll give you a guide on how to really look at the Bible, as opposed to just taking this shit all literal and not going nowhere with it. And them be the main motherfuckers criticizing us for shit. You ain't all this shit. You anyway, bro. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. We might say that for Friday. Pardon me. I'm stick with me. What is this shit at? It's okay. All right. See, back when I was saying about the Bible, though, they did, they tampered with it a little bit. They tampered with this shit. And more so than just tampered with it, they fucked your interpretation of it up. interpretation of the information. But let's see. All right. Then we're gonna go to Leviticus. I'm gonna go back. It says, yeah, the boy said, give it to you like God gave it to Moses. It is. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. What's going on with them damn hoofs? He is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, is unclean to you. What the hell is a coney? Coney? And the hair, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. As rabbits. I don't know what the fuck a coney is. Look that up. Okay. Alright, so rabbit. They say rabbit is hot. No rabbit. Now, in the swine, Leviticus 11:7, 7:11. Ooh, you better leave that shit alone. You better leave that shit alone, bro. Stop looking at these numbers. Don't give it to the babies, no. This is poison. You know, we call them motherfuckers. Look, we call people that eat pork poisonous animal eaters within the Nation of God and Earth. Or Nation of Islam, and all that same thing, but poisonous animal eaters, and that shit is poison. I just took you through my little journey in the last video to show you that this shit is poison. They ain't telling you talking about the health effect, but they ain't no telling what type of psychological effects it have. We're gonna get in that next too. All right, leave that shit alone, bro. Leave it alone. I'm telling you, sis, bro, all that shit. Leviticus 11, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. I don't know what the fuck cud is. I'm about to go find that out. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. If I was throwing this shit up every time we ate this shit, or having an urge to throw this shit up, getting headaches, that's your body. You know how your car, you have certain lights on your car on the dashboard that come on trying to alarm you if something is wrong, or you need to change the oil or check engine light and all that shit. That's what that is. Though all those little hits that I was getting throughout my life, that eventually caused me to end up not eating pork no more. That's how it should be. You have to pay attention to these little things. That's why I tell you earlier about, I'm not a vegan or vegetarian or shit like that, but I could tell you shit you just don't fuck with just by the way my body reacts to this shit. Like, even like with beef or whatever. Beef is beef isn't necessarily something I would say totally forbidden on the level of pork. But I will say now I don't eat turkey and turkey, fish, chicken, of course, turkey, fish, chicken, deer is some good shit, but I never had deer on his own. I don't think. I think we did. I think when I was locked up, when I was going out as a trustee, I think we end up eating some deer or something like that. A little piece. I can't remember if I did or not. I'm picky about eating, but did have deer meat, but it was mixed with pork. We was this little small town. So people just think you call Weimar. Some of the best sausage. I have really the best sausage I ever tasted, to be honest. But it's pork, so I can't fuck with it no more. But the shit was good. But now I understand what makes it the best sauce. Because I was like, damn, I always wondered what makes this so distinct. Because we ate all the other pork and all the other forms and shit. But there was always something distinct about this sausage. Now I know what it is. Now it's mixed with deer. I found out after I got locked up. I mean, after I got out of jail, that this shit is mixed with deer meat. I need to give me a mic too, because I started to see that. I don't know if I had the camera, the laptop too far back earlier, or what. I noticed some of these words that I pronounce get articulate and audible as possible, but tonight the laptop ain't catching the goddamn words all the way, so it's making me a little bit unclear, but inaudible. But you have to pardon that. But yeah. So deer, shit, I wouldn't mind some damn deer sausage right now. What else? Lamb. I had lamb mixed, you know the gyros. Every now and then I eat me a gyro. And nigga Bobby call them gyros. With the gyro, you got the gyros, same thing. A gyro is just the Greek word of pronouncing a hero. And a hero, what they call sandwiches, heroes, and all that shit. So yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, I will say maybe one day I get to a point where I just map my months out. Like, okay, this week I eat a little bit of meat. Pause. But you niggas get the wrong ideal out there. Get the senses slapped out you. But you kind of balance it out. It don't sound like too much of a bad idea to give your stomach a break from, because it is a little bit, like I say, with beef. I would say, even if you don't necessarily pull all the way up off of beef, that's something you really want to like kind of do in moderation, or because it's a little bit it's a little bit more taxing on the stomach to digest it. But I think I'll get into that later. But yeah. But I am gonna get into it. We're gonna come back to the hamburger thing, cause I got something I wanna. I'm gonna tie it all together. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but let me stay in a moment. But yeah, so you eat beef, I'd advise you to at least consider easing up off of it a tad, or trying to wean yourself off of it. Even if it's just to the point of where you only eat it in moderation. Cause one thing I will say about beef, it ain't bad like pork. It ain't nowhere near as fucked up as the pork. But the one thing that I noticed since I stopped eating pork was I don't have them stomach cramps and shit no more. Like that's how I know it's taxing on the stomach. Trying to see, should I go down through there? I think I'm gonna say that for Friday. Let me mark that down. Cause we don't definitely get at that. Yeah, we don't definitely. Cause I wanna get back into this. I wanna have a little, I don't wanna forget about allegiance and all this. But cause I wanna kind of try to get into the more of the music aspect of things with this thing Friday, but it'll come together. So anyway, I noticed that though. Oh yeah, I don't really have, to be honest with you, I don't really have no problems. A lot of the shit a lot of little aches and pains and shit the nigga used to have growing up, I don't have those no more. And ever since I stopped eating certain shit like pork, beef, that beef though, every now and then, like I say, that's some shit I probably eat once every 2 years or some shit. I ain't ate it in a minute, at least not on purpose. I ate some shit happened. I always end up somehow eating some shit on accident. Which means I gotta be a little bit more careful. At least with the pork. Now beef, I accidentally eat some beef, it's just like whatever. But that pork, that's like a accidentally eat some of that shit, nigga. I'm fucking ashamed, and it ain't my fault. I'm like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. I don't even feel right after eating that shit. Pork, the beef is like whatever. Pork, man, I'm gonna have a fit. This is what? It's a monster. I tell it to a man, you saying this bullshit? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Boy, you gotta laugh at this shit sometimes, man. Yeah, man. So, that's one. Now that ain't enough for you. Take your ass over to Leviticus. Now, Leviticus. Oh, no, before we do that, go here. Show you how they play games with you. Now let's go to the New. That's the Old Testament. See, that's the thing you hear. Well, see, and people went for that bullshit. I can't believe it. Well, people don't know how to connect dots, so I think that's hard to believe. But yeah, see, you gotta watch that later. That Johnny Come Lately shit. That's like even when you dealing with the Greek pantheon of gods and goddesses or whatever, or deities. You have to really be careful, because I study a lot of motherfuckers. I study pantheons from all over the world. Japan, India, shit you ain't never heard of. Micronesia, Polynesian, Hawaiian, let me see. What's that motherfucker I know niggas ain't never heard of? Man, all kind of shit, man. Micronesia. I don't know what the fuck that is. When was that? See, that must be. See, anyway, yeah. And one thing I say, when you get to that Greek shit, when you get to Greece, you got to be, because Greece was us too. We had the black Greeks was called the Etruscans, and then later on, just like with everything else, Greece, white folks took over it and took it over and all this shit. So, but you gotta be careful when you dealing with that, because that's when you have to understand when you're gonna get stolen legacy. George Jim James, if I'm not mistaken, he was saying that but not just that book, I've seen a few other books, but the Camites or the Egyptians basically said that the Greeks were like children to us, which they are. We the mothers and fathers of civilization. They are the last race to come on the planet. So they're the youngest. So by the time they got to Greece, the white Greeks or whatever, by the time it got to them, they didn't know how to interpret a lot of our shit. And I just leave it at that. So that's why you have to really be able to. That's why it's good to start at the beginning, learn ancient, the most ancient of this shit. So by the time you get all the way down to the Johnny Come Lately shit, you'll be able to, even with this shit, what I'm gonna show you, you'll be able to point the bullshit out like, nah, that ain't right, cause whoop whoop whoop, or that ain't right, cause wham wham wham, or whatever. So let's go to Mark 7:19. Mark 7:19. Where we at? Show you how they play games with you. This fucking the New Testament. This is bullshit. This is straight bullshit. Alright. Alright, here we go. Now this is interesting right here because oh no, let me slow down. Let me read alright, let me go to let me mark this first. Congratulations. So Luke 8:26. Luke 8:26. Now that's interesting. I can't make this shit up. Now my birthday is 8/26, right? And then you got Luke. Luke from. I'm not a big star. I've yet to watch a full movie of Star. I've seen bits and pieces, but I might have to sit down one day and watch that shit. But I haven't watched Star Wars. But I do know enough to say that Luke is the hero of the Horus or the Heru template of that movie. Luke 8:26. Or Luke would be Christ for you niggas who still don't know who Horus is, Heru is. And we're gonna put this shit together though. Let me find that. There we go, goddamn it. Luke, goddamn it. It's a slaughter. You can't stand next to this shit, man. You still ain't getting after this, man. You want some bullshit. Yeah, you niggas wild. Okay, so where we at? Luke chapter 8, verse 26. Now watch this shit. Some of y'all might know this scripture. Some of y'all might not. But I just realized that shit, the Luke 8:26 shit. I just put that together. Because we always knew about that. I probably read it before. We always heard about Jesus running the spirits out of the evil spirit out of man into the poor. But, that shit come and go. So, and even when I pulled it up, like last week, a week or two ago, I just put in Jesus runs in Chrome. Jesus runs I didn't even look at too much of I know I didn't because I would have been recognized at 8:26. But I just put it in the search engine, and when it came up, I just read the scripture. I don't even think I paid attention to the verse in the chapter. I know I didn't because I'm just not realizing that this shit is my birthday. Ain't in this shit here. Okay, let me show you. This is getting interesting. Watch this. Jesus heals a demon-possessed man. Luke 8, verse 26. Alright. Well, it starts at verse 26. And they arrived at a country of the Gadarenes. Renee, that's my mama name. Renee. which is over against Galilee. And when he went forth to the land, there met him out of the city a certain man, which had devils a long time, and wore no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs. But when he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not, for he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For oftentimes it had caught him, and when he was kept bound, for oftentimes it had caught him. So I guess they're talking about the evil spirits. I guess for oftentimes it had caught him. I'm interpreting that as they caused him to do wild shit. And it goes on to say, and he was kept bound with chains and fetters. So he probably was, evil spirits was probably, see, people how this shit go together. But the evil spirits was probably pushing him to do bullshit. They had to chain him down or whatever, I guess. That's for oftentimes it had caught him. And he was kept bound with chains and fetters. And he broke the bands and was driven of the devil into the wilderness. And Jesus asked him, saying, What is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered in him. And they besought him that he would not command him to go out into the deep. And there was therein heard of, man, I don't like this style village shit. Do some regular shit in here, man. I don't like that shit. Let me get this shit over. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, let me see. I think that's what it was. I think I read that shit from, yeah, that's what it was. Okay. That's why I didn't catch the Luke 8:26. Cause when I pulled it up, when I put in Jesus runs the evil spirits out of the man, I went to Matthew. But it's in Luke 2. Okay, I will read this. Yeah, the demons begged Jesus. They were talking about this man. Let me read it. Okay, this is Matthew 8, verse 30. It says, some distance from a large herd of pigs was feeding. That's Jesus and the man. The demon begged Jesus, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. He said to them, go. So they came out and went to the pigs, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and died in the water. I've heard it said that Jesus allowed the pigs were considered unclean at the time, so he was fine with them all. Oh, hold up, what is this the? I think this is somebody's interpretation of it. They don't probably whatever. I don't know, but it says I've heard that Jesus allowed this because pigs was considered unclean at the time. And so he was fine with them all drowning. But what do the demons get out of it? Did the demons want to immediately drown, or this is just some sadism to kill something before returning to hell? Now, that's Matthew. Luke. Go back to Luke. And said, now let's see the word. Now, first of all, let's get this straight. Well, I don't want to put too much on you, but the legion ain't always a fucking bad thing. Legion is just another way of saying a pantheon. You got good, just like you got Horus and Set. The Legion is the actual pantheon, and then you got, for lack of a better phrase, the negative or the evil. I don't like using the word evil in that context. I know the real meaning of evil, so I don't even like to talk like a lot of these niggas no more. But just for the sake of conversation, the evil spirits of the evil side of things and the good side of things, the bad side, whatever. But Legion is not necessarily a fucking bad thing. But we just keep it basic so we won't confuse nobody with this shit. Just right here, they're contextualizing it as evil or some bad or some shit. But we'll just. And he said Legion because many devils were entered there. Because that's what I'm saying. That's why you have to know your shit, because they don't know. Motherfuckers that put this together, you knew more than them before you fell. And so it's our job to come back and put shit together, replace shit, take shit out, put shit where it's supposed to be, and put shit in its right place. Just don't eat the fucking pork. That's simple as that. This story should just tell you that. That shit damn near should be against the law around this motherfucker, man. You'll see why I say that. I finished breaking this shit down. I'm not. You need what you want. So I'm not the nigga to tell you. I wouldn't tell you, hey, go do that. But I'm saying I wouldn't eat the shit. And I feel like this shit has a whole lot to do with a lot of the negative, conflictive mentalities that we have out here. He said Legion because many devils were entered into him, and they besought him that he would not command them to go into the deep. And there was an herd of many swine feeding on the mountain, and they besought him that he would suffer them to. They besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them. So that's why. That should be all weirdly worded, but anyway. Then went the devils out of the man and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the lake and were choked. Okay. So now, what they're trying to show you is the evil spirits, or the evil, or the bad spirits. We just say the evil spirits. I don't really like I said, I don't like saying it. We just put it like that so we won't get confused. He ran the evil spirits into the pork because the pork is already first and foremost, this is not. The pig itself just is what it is. So I ain't saying you got a farm or some shit. You got your favorite pig out there. I'm not saying you gotta. I ain't saying you gotta hate the pig as the animal. But eating the shit is not. You should frown on eating the shit. We don't want to, because I can show you some shit with a pig. I can show you within the spiritual context where even the pig is used as not eating it, but the animal itself is used as sacred to certain deities or whatever, but not in the form of eating the shit. The animal itself, because we're gonna get into that later. I just want to make sure I drive this home real quick. So the reason he ran the unclean spirits into the pig is because the pig is unclean. Now you have to understand, the pig eats. As a matter of fact, if I ain't mistaken, Elijah Muhammad said they ate the pig. The pig was created. The pig was created as a damn like a sewer, They eat anything. Now you ever heard of saying you are what you eat? Let me kind of show you what that means a little bit, or how that rings true to a certain degree. Take a fish for example. Now, a person who only eats fish or their diet consists of only fish, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be a little lighter in weight, meaning they'll be a little bit more swifter, right? You look at fish are swift, ain't they? If you get under the water and try to race a fish, your ass is not gonna make it. You're gonna lose that race. Trying to catch a fish with your just hand, in the water, his shit, you're gonna get fucked up. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do it. You know, you gotta put it'll be hard pressed, put it like that, because they swift. All right, we got that. Now you take a person that eat chicken. Chicken is maybe a little bit more dense than fish. But chicken is more dense than fish. So, but it's not as heavy as beef. So you take a person that only eats chicken. You might be a little lighter than the person that only eats beef, but you're a little bit more heavier than the person that eats fish, a little bit more denser than the person that eats fish. But you will be a little bit swifter than the beef eater. Now you go to the beef, which is a good example. Think about beef, or think about a cow. You see cows, they heavy, kind of lazy looking, like, moo. You know what I'm saying? You look at their demeanor. That's why when you eat a lot of that, you get heavy, and you be the same way. Now you can eat any type of meat. You eat enough of any type of meat. Fish it'll take more time, but even turkey, chicken, you get the ions off that shit, because it's a difference between them and fish. But as we all know, that beef has you feeling a little bit more heavier, a little bit more lazier. The heavier you are, the harder it is for you to move. Just like the cows. Cows move a little slower because we say they might a cow is demeanor in so many words. Because them goddamn bulls are like they be getting up. I ain't gonna lie. Them damn bulls now. Them motherfuckers, they'll be running. They must got some type of different vitality than the cows. Cause I ain't never seen a cow move like a bull. But then again, the cows or the women. The cow is the female, the heifers. Is it the cow? Yeah, I think the cows are female. Don't get me wrong, I might be tripping, but I think the cows are feminine. I think cows are heifers, and the bull is the man version of the cow or whatever. Probably why they're a little bit more vital, has got a little bit more vitality to them, because they have the masculine energy, and the masculine energy is the energy that gets shit moving or whatever. Feminine energy is more of a passive, laid back energy. Is a passive and absorbing type of energy. Masculine energy is, active energy. Feminine energy is passive. But so that's one thing. When you come to this goddamn pig, first and foremost, pig eat anything. So that means if you eat a pig, you eat anything. Now you gotta understand, look, you know how it is in business. Motherfuckers can find a way to cut some corners and make some bread. Look, motherfuckers probably make so much money out that pork. You wanna know why? One of the reasons why they can make a lot of money out of pigs. It don't take much to feed them. I remember when I was locked up. I remember I was talking to this one nigga. Man, every unit has a different job of different. Like where I was at, the main thing was the furniture factory. You might go to another prison facility where there's be the pig farm. I was talking to this one nigga. He said he used to eat pork. He said what broke him up from pork is they took him to he had to go to he went to this one unit where he was working on the pig farm. And he said, first and foremost, that nigga say, man, when you pull up, that nigga say when you pull up to the unit, as soon as you pull up, you smell this shit. Just that nigga say you could smell this shit, man. It's just foul. That's one thing. It's a regular penitentiary. It's just that one of the they have a pig farm there, so you might end up working in the motherfucker if you go there or whatever, or some shit or whatever. That nigga said, first and foremost, the shit was foul. Used to smell. And then he said, man, when he started working with them motherfuckers and seeing how they eat, he said these motherfuckers, they feed them motherfuckers to slop. Anything. Anything. They say them niggas eat, they feed them anything. Straight slop. Now you consuming what they consuming indirectly through eating them. So if they eating slop, and then you turn around and eat this, and first and foremost, let's get this straight. They are good. I don't give a fuck if you had your own. I'm gonna raise mine and feed them grains. No, that don't work. The reason they can eat anything is because these motherfuckers is toxic. They goddamn shit. They don't have. They say these motherfuckers don't. Let's see if I can remember some of that shit. I need to get. I think it was that Eat to Live or some shit by Elijah Muhammad. I can't remember. Let me see if I can remember some of that. First of all, he said some shit like they don't got veins or. First of all, they say don't. Nigga told me that they don't sweat. So on one hand, sweating when you perspire, you are getting toxins out of you. If they don't sweat, they don't get out no motherfucking toxins or whatever. There was something else they said about the motherfuckers, man. But their flesh consists of worms. It's the that's the trichinosis shit. I can't remember the shit in detail, but it's some disgusting shit. Just know that it's worms in this shit. Look, I'll tell you when I was a kid. Look, man. Bullshit you not. I'll tell you when I was a kid, I always tell the story. I used to be on the floor playing with toys and shit, and doing whatever I do. And I used to feel shit crawling on me. You know, the first thing you would do is knock the shit out for you, get it out for you, woo woo. And then eventually I started doing that shit, but I wouldn't see shit. So it would be like you feel some crawling on you, so I look and swipe at the same time. But I started noticing I looked, so I didn't see shit. So it got to the point where I swiped the shit, I felt some crowd on me, I swiped the shit, and I looked in the area where I swiped it towards, but I wouldn't see shit. So I'm like, cause we got we came up with roaches and shit. So you know, sometimes it'll be roaches though. It'll be roaches sometimes, but sometimes it wouldn't be shit. So I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I didn't catch on until I learned what the fuck pork does to you and what it is, and how it forms parasitical worms inside the trichinosis worm. And I thought about that shit, bro. I said, you know what? That's what the fuck a nigga used to be feeling. Cause it felt like something was crawling on a nigga, but I wouldn't see shit. And I remember one time, I'm saying this is how I think as a kid, bro. I always been on some advanced shit. So eventually it got to the point where I was swiping, and eventually I said, you know what, next time that shit happen, I ain't gonna even swipe. I'm gonna just look where I'm getting this sensation from and see what it is. Cause you know, we usually your first reaction is out of fear and shit. You know, it's a spider or some trying to bite you, so you automatically throw the shit off for you. But I said, no, I'm gonna pause and look at this shit before I swipe. And when I finally did that shit, I didn't see shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? So that was the trichinosis fucking worm. If the shit causes parasites in your body, then that ain't far-fetched for you to feel some shit crawling in you. It is disgusting. I'll never eat that shit ever again. Man, you live with people that eat that shit, man. Be careful. Be careful, man. Separate your shit, or if you can, somehow, some way, don't eat that shit. You ain't gotta argue with motherfuckers either. They want let people do it, live and let live. That's what I'm saying. I'm not finna get out here and, which I would understand if motherfuckers did, but I'm not finna do it. I'm gonna get out here marching those signs, just like with the dairy products. We'll get into that too. Nope. We live in a society called, hey, information out there. You wanna eat this bullshit? It's on you. Deal with the consequences of this shit. This shit is, but really I can't even say that. That shit should be, that pork ain't no good, man. That's, this, you wanna know why niggas is studying arms with each other, gang banging, killing each other, fighting, shooting, domestic violence? It's the fucking pork. The evil spirits is in the fucking swine. That's why he ran, what they trying to take metaphorically speaking, is he ran the fucking unclean spirits into the pig, because ultimately eating the pig or putting the pig in you is the same as possessing yourself with evil spirits. Pigs are greedy. Selfishness is the root of all evil. Fuck money. People talking about money. No, yo, you're missing a step. Selfishness is the root of all evil. Because there's plenty of philanthropists and motherfuckers with money that do shit for people and are not fucked up. That don't even sound like money. It's the root of all of that bullshit. People's selfishness in regards to money, or their greed in regards to money, is the fucking root of all evil. Or even if you want to use that, well, all this shit's all twisted. We'll just keep it at evil just for the sake of not having to figure out a fucking way to explain this shit more properly. But evil is not what you think it is. I don't even like using that context. Shit like evil and what else? We'll get into that later because I got something on that. But anyway, yeah. So and they put it. This is a good way to put it right here, because they're saying so many words. Run that shit. Send that shit amongst its own. The spirit that was in the man. Send that shit amongst its own, which would be the fucking pig. you know, little pig himself. You can't blame him. He just a pig. When you eat this shit and you put it in your body, you take on the attributes of the pig. So you wonder why so many selfish motherfuckers out here greedy, because they greedy. Why they greedy? Because they eat pork and they taking on they partaking of the same nature of the fucking pig. Greed, want everything. I'm telling you, look at motherfuckers. When you get around, I'm not just saying, it's people that put it like this. You find yourself around somebody that has a greedy mentality. Factor in, do they eat pork or not? I bet you they do. And that shit just happened to be lined up with my birthday, Luke 8:26. So you wonder why we dealing with why we are such a violent. That's probably why the shit was banned or was forbidden before we succumb to a culture unlike our own. Let's do the math. Look at America. Pork is probably less people eating it now because niggas starting to wake up and get on their diet shit or whatever. But if you want to know why we're one of the most violent, or we so violent against each other and so combative against each other, it's because this is a nation raised on pork. That's them. Eggs, bacon. What? As soon as you get up, eggs, bacon, and toast. Bacon, pork. So we just now getting into the turkey bacon and shit, relatively speaking. Because niggas didn't know shit about no fucking turkey bacon when I was not in my neighborhood. That's some new shit. They probably had some shit somewhere. We didn't know nothing about turkey bacon and all that shit. It was straight up turkey sauce and shit. And that was just straight up swine. Disgusting. And the shit is filthy. That's why I kept throwing it up. You probably do the same shit. You just ain't making the connection. Or you wonder why you got certain mood swings. Or you are quick to anger. Quick to anger. You have invoking anger. Oh my God. Yeah, man, leave that shit alone, bro. In a nutshell, man. And, but that's what I'm trying to show you is evil spirits in that shit. So when you eat the evil spirits, you partake of the shit. And then, and until how it manifests within you and how it manifests through your ways and actions. Because you eating bullshit. Okay, now let me hit you with, he just talking. Let me take you back to the lessons around this motherfucker. 1 to 36. Got a partner. I've been dealing. I know the gods and earth. They real strict with this shit. But you gonna have to understand. I'm a different type of nigga, man. I deal with so much shit. But let me give y'all. Just give you this. I think it's the 10th degree of the what? I think the 10th degree of 1 to 36. My shit is all. When I was couch hopping or couch surfing, trying to finally get in a place to stay, a lot of shit got people going through my shit and having no business doing it, fucking with all my shit. So my shit kind of got scattered, man. I really need to find a way to get at 120 again, because a lot of my shit got scrambled up. All that fucking moving around and stuffing your shit in the back of a car and just staying with all these. Anyway, let me just read this to y'all, man. So we're doing the question and answer. The question was, why does we're speaking on how the black man's fear for the devil or the white man. So the 9th degree says, why does he fear the devil now that he's a big man? The so-called Negro is a big man. This is the answer. The so-called Negro is a big man physically, but he's still a child in mentality. He still fears and is dependent upon the devil because his potential and past heritage and achievement. He has been totally indoctrinated under the veil of white supremacy. This hold on, let me get it straight. I know some of this is plus lessons, if I'm not mistaken, but this shit is valid. So just pay attention to what I'm saying. Why does he fear the devil now that he's a big man? The so-called Negro is a big man physically, but he's still a child in mentality. He still fears and is dependent upon the devil. Because his potential and past heritage and achievements, because of his potential and past heritage and achievements, he has been totally indoctrinated under the veil of white supremacy that he in turn teaches it to his wife and children. Slavery as its effects on white attitudes have served to settle in the minds of large numbers of our race. This is the plus lesson part right here. I'm trying to anyway, just rock with it, because this shit is relevant. And the plus lesson is, because you got the question, you got the answer. And then you'll have the interpretation, which would be the plus lessons of whoever's 120 or whoever. That's like if I put something in the word, put it like this. I got this with somebody else. That's why I got the plus lessons on it. But So you got the question, then you got the answer, which would be the 136. And then you have that, but then I add on or give my interpretation of that. So this is a bad interpretation, good interpretation. Bad, might bad, lie, but listen to me. He still feels that it's dependent upon the devil because his potential and past heritage and achievements. He has been totally indoctrinated under the veil of white supremacy that he in turn teaches it to his wife and children. Slavery as it affects on white attitudes have served to settle in the minds of large numbers of our race that the idea of servitude is the normal condition of the black man. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, okay, good. Why does he feel the devil now that he's a big man? That's the question. And then the so-called Negro is a big man and everything from that on, that's the plus lesson to the question. That's his, I can't remember who I got this one from. Anyway, this is the answer. It said because the devil taught them to eat the wrong kind of foods. As says in the jungle of Africa, the original people were semi-vegetarian. Only on special occasions was the flesh of animals eaten. There's a belief in Africa that if one eats the heart of a lion, he inherits the characteristics of that animal. Kings of tribes would eat the hearts of lions because the lions. No, this one ain't what I'm looking for. Or is it? Okay, there it is. Kings of tribes would eat the hearts of lions because the lion is the king of the jungle, and by eating the lion's heart, he would in turn be endowed with the fearless traits of the lion. And you think that's bullshit? White folks do that shit. I done heard a few of our cats that people that got bumped out by the government in recent times, within the last past 40, 50 years or whatever, or within this last, we just say 6, 7 years or whatever, they eat their hearts and shit. And I don't want to say no names and shit because I don't want to, I know it could be a little triggering. But yeah, but anyway, and they do eat niggas though, so we know that. But anyway, thus ensuring the strength of good doctrine for the tribe. Hold on. Excuse me. Thus ensuring the strength of good fortune for the tribe. So when the Europeans forced the black people to eat pork, they adopted the attributes of the pig, you are what you eat, and have lost all remnants of Eastern culture, which would be Eastern culture would be considered this the Western style life over here. America, Eastern culture would be Africa, Asia, etc., etc. The Caucasian knowing we were to be used for the Caucasian knowing we were to be used for manual labor introduced meat into our diet as a source of high energy food. And that shit is a source of high energy because I ain't gonna lie. The pockets been kind of light this winter. So I've been on the ramen noodle shit. Man, it been a struggle trying to do this shit. This shit I'm doing right now. It'd be tired in the motherfucker. I ain't had no goddamn. Now maybe it's some type of vegetarian. Now I'm quite sure if I get somebody to put me up on game on how to do the vegetarian thing, I can you can eat vegetarian style and still get energy or whatever. I don't know how to do this shit yet. I got a hard time I gotta keep remembering to buy salads and shit when I can, but anyway, but yeah, don't get it twisted. Wintertime, I would either eat, you ain't got no supplements, some vitamin-tary supplements or something to replace that shit. You to get what you gonna get out of meat, you better eat meat. I ain't been, I've been on the meat. I ain't been having too much like I said, my bread been kind of light, so I've been fucking with them ramen noodles, but that shit ain't cutting it. I be tired of motherfucker. I'm really just now bouncing back. Shit. That's when I was trying to do the first time I tried to do this video. When was that? The first time I tried to do this video, and I say what? Like right after Christmas, which winter starts on December 22nd. Just like the sun, you say the sun, the effects of the sun on the earth kind of lessens a little, or the sun is less effective in regards to the earth during the winter. Shit real. But anyway, it says it is known that meat eaters are physically stronger than vegetarians. The wrong food was also Christianity. For this drew our attention unto a false promise to redirect our energies. We were allowed to gather, party, and sing. It was euphemistically called civilizing the heathens. I'm gonna let y'all niggas sit on that for a minute, man. That should be enough to get y'all off that shit though. We coming back though. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet, so don't trip. But I will say this. I'm gonna say this right now. We'll take it back to the Matrix. You know when Neo, remember when they got Neo and they pulled that worm out of his stomach? That's what they were trying to tell you in the Matrix. That worm, see, even before I went to jail, you gotta see how the spirit works in your life. Before I even went to jail, I stopped eating the pork. I had to stop eating the pork because that shit probably causes some type of blockage or makes it difficult for you to grasp the type of information you have to grasp in order to raise your vibration up or raise your high self or whatever. Pig is the lowest thing going, only for us eating wise. But when they pulled that goddamn worm, that worm out of his stomach, that's what they was trying to tell you niggas. That ain't the fucking Chukowski, whatever the fuck them thieving bastards' name is. They didn't give it to you in a way where you would connect the dots. But that's why I'm here, because I am Leo. So I know what the fuck going on. When they pulled that worm out of his body, they was trying to tell you gotta get the fucking swine out you to better understand who you are. Because once you come into, you ain't no such thing as knowledge yourself when you eating pork. Because you got knowledge yourself, you gonna know you're not supposed to eat the pork. Tell you right here. Go back one more time. Hold up. Right here. So when the Europeans forced the black people to eat pork, they adopted the attributes of the pig. Greed. You get it? Greed, my nigga. Selfishness. Selfishness and greed, they go one and the same. You willing to do whatever you gotta do to get yours, even if it means fucking over somebody else. You take two pigs and put them in a trough or whatever, or you put them in a fucking pig, or really any type of animals. Just them motherfuckers, you throw a watermelon in there, they probably get the one piece of watermelon, they probably get the fighting over that shit, fucking each other up and trying to get that watermelon. That one pig ain't gonna be saying, well, I'm gonna get this little part and put a little bit over there for my pig brother. No, they're gonna try to eat as much as they can, like some of these niggas out here. We'll get to that later. But you niggas hold that, man. Go watch The Matrix. That's what they were trying to show y'all when they put it parasite out there, nigga. Because in order to really get on the right track, you got to get that shit out of you. Pig for sure. You can this other shit, do it as you will. Eat that shit. I don't say eat the shit, but just take my story as kind of a guide. Pork for sure though. All this other shit like beef. But I'll just speak for beef, chicken, all the meats that I name that I eat. I don't eat beef no more though. But like I said, that's some shit I probably would once. I'm just saying that I could be lying. I don't even. I'm so. I probably to let that shit go. I said I was gonna eat them, but we did one. I could show you where we did with a. That's why I'm saying that, because I can't show you where one time of the year we ate beef and in honor of Osiris or whatever. Because he's a cow deity or whatever, or the bull or whatnot. So I was gonna do that this year. But just something happened. Oh yeah, there's another story. Yeah. But we're gonna get deeper into it a little later, man. So I'm gonna drop this on y'all and either come back tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Either tomorrow, Thursday. For sure Friday though. We're gonna close it out Friday. Get a little bit more on the baby girl. But I want to do this on her dime. On my lecture dedicated to her. Cause I make the Matrix connection with the worm, and she's supposed to be in the Matrix, and I'm Neo, and whoop. So it all goes together. Peace to baby girl. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Take this shit seriously. Don't look at it as, well, that's just his opinion. This shit is real. If it was just, okay, this was my opinion, and I'll tell you that, but no, leave this shit alone. This shit is the link to all of fucked up behavior patterns. I got some more shit coming too. Where that shit at? Make sure when I come back, where I want to start at. Don't worry about it. We'll write it right here. Fuck it. Yeah. I got some more shit. It's just a start. Put the bitch in boat. So I don't forget that. We'll start right there when I get back. So you niggas hold it down, man. Stay away from that filthy beast as far as eating it. But that was one thing I want to say too. They said it was used as a trash receptacle. So just since they eat anything, you can get rid of shit by giving it to them. I guess, or whatever. I can't remember. I had to go. I'm gonna have to go get that. I can't even remember what book it was in. But they were saying they used that shit was like the sewer of animals, or the trash can of animals, or whatever. So you throw. I guess they eat anything though. The nigga said, like I said, the nigga who told me about the pig farm, he said he ate pork till he got there. He ain't said nothing about no Elijah Muhammad, Muslims, Nation called the Earth, Old New Testament, none of that shit. That nigga said he went, and when he saw the way they lived, he said, "Oh no, we couldn't do it." He said he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, man. Cause they feed him anything. And you can feed him up for anything. You ain't gotta worry about buying no feed for him. You can go, for example, let me tell you what they was doing there. All the shit we was throwing away, all that leftover food that was on the trays of inmates and shit, they take all that shit, and instead of throwing it away, they feed it to the pigs to keep the pig alive so they can slaughter him and do whatever they can do with it. feed it to the inmates and shit, probably sell it to the outside world. But that's how they rock with the pig. So when you eat pig, you tell them what you partake in. Whatever that pig ate, in some form or fashion, that shit is entering into your body. Stand the reason why a lot of crazy shit is going on around here. If you think that shit ain't linked to these fucked up behavior patterns out here, you're dead wrong. In the words of Big. So man, y'all niggas hold it down, man. Let me charge up and power up and see when I might come back tonight. You never know, but this'll do for the day. So y'all niggas, remember old brown eyes love ya. Peace.